We went to the XSEED booth. Azario is also here. You can see him. He's the nerd with the glasses on.
I'm the lead game designer and CEO at Battle Brew Productions.
All right, so this is Cuisineer, I'm guessing? That's the pronunciation?
Cuisineer.
Yeah, can you...
Cuisine, but Musketeer, Cuisineer.
All right, that gives me some indication, but what's this game all about?
Okay, so it's an action roguelite with a restaurant, basically. You go out into the dungeons, fight enemies, get ingredients, come back, cook, and run your restaurant.
Okay, this is reminding me of a game called Recettear. Is there any relevance?
Definitely. So I would say they're an inspiration while we're at it, Moonlighter as well. The team and I are huge foodies, so we basically wanted our own take on the genre. And yeah, that's basically what we got here.
Okay, is there like a preference or a focus on the shop aspect or the collecting stuff aspect, or is it kind of evenly split?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily even. I think slightly a bit more on the combat. I'd say about 60-40, but you definitely need both halves of the game.
Okay. Is this game just as brutally difficult as similar games?
I think, how do I phrase this? I think we're trying to get the correct action feel in, but we recognize that not everybody has the appetite for punishment, not the reflexes. So we are looking at mitigating factors, aka you have a lot more control over your gear, for example. So I think we're taking the roguelite part seriously with some mitigating factors, but we're not compromising on the action bits.
Okay. I think accessibility is the buzzword people like these days. We're trying to make the game more accessible to all audiences, right?
To some extent, yeah. To some extent.
Okay. All right, cool. What type of cuisines can I cook up here? Are we talking like baked goods? We're doing fried? What's happening?
Everything. So I mean, if you just look at like cooking methods, you've got your fried, baked, just like cut up sashimi style, boiled, steamed. But I think since we are Singaporean, the team's actually Singaporean, we're from Asia, so we decided to focus, not say focus, but like feature a wide range of different foods. So definitely some Singaporean dishes are sneaking their way into the game, like chili crab and roti prata and like chicken rice. So it's definitely in.
Okay, cool. All right, you got platforms and release date?
PC first, later this year, end of summer.
Okay, summer this year, you're saying?
About there.
Okay. Did I forget anything? So when you're not at this booth working, where else would you go to PAX? You got some other thing that you like doing here?
Magic the Gathering.
Oh, you're a Magic player.
Yeah.
Is that the one where if you don't win in the first turn, you lose in the second, or is that?
No, it hasn't been like that for a while.
Okay, it used to be though.
I mean, it could be, but nah, I don't play like Vintage or Legacy. Commander is where it's at.
Okay. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So for the camera, can you just say your name and title?
Sure. Luke Brown, Community Development Manager at XSEED Games.
All right, so you got a challenge here because you got to tell me about all the games you got here today. So it sounds like there's quite a few. Where do you want to start with? What do you got here?
I mean, we could start with the premiere, the flagship franchise, right? Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, remake 20 years in the making, a classic farming sim, but modernized for today's consoles and platforms, and we're really excited to let everybody relive all that nostalgia.
So if someone hasn't been familiar with that game before, how would you kind of pitch it? We're talking like a Stardew situation here, or?
Well, so Stardew couldn't be Stardew without Story of Seasons and originally, obviously, Harvest Moon, which this is the legacy title for. So it is farming sim. You try to revive your father's farm and live your life. Romance options throughout the town. But what makes A Wonderful Life unique is that it is kind of a lifespan. So you do go through your entire life. You have a child, and then at a certain point, it's will your child take over the farm?
Can you New Game Plus with the kid?
I don't believe it's necessarily called a New Game Plus, but there is some play
continuation.
Options. Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Does that one have a release date and platforms?
Yes, that'll be available June 27th of this year on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC.
Okay, so basically everything.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got on the rotation here?
So next will be a Trinity Trigger, which is not necessarily a remaster 20 years in the making, but a throwback to 90s era action RPGs of like the Mana series. So we have actually a lot of the creators from the Mana titles that worked on this. It's isometric action RPG, really cool world building around all these characters, and play it by yourself, and also includes local up to 3-player co-op.
Okay, that sounds relatively unique for the genre, right? What does that contribute to the game, would you say?
Well, I mean, it gives a lot of opportunities to people who actually get to game in the same house, right? I mean, now you don't also need a second Switch or a second console to play, and it does give a little bit of a spin, like those older Mana games where you could play, co-op with a friend, but now, up to 3 people for here.
Okay, cool. Is that one have platform and release dates?
Yeah, that'll be out on April 25th of this year, and that's on Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5.
Okay, pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going down the line. I'm looking at this Loop8 game. That's the first one I see.
Loop8 Summer of Gods, coming of age, RPG, which is takes place in a version of 1983 rural Japan. So you're a kid going to high school, but you have like a secret power called the Demon Sight, and you'll work with the people in the town, all your classmates, to try and fend off this demonic invasion. But Loop is not just in the title. You also have the ability, if the day doesn't go your way, to go back to the start of that particular month. So everything takes place in August of 1983.
Okay, so that's like the fantasy of, reversing all the anxiety-inducing social trauma that I experienced in school, right?
Yeah, sure. It probably happens over and over again because, how many people got it right the first or second time?
Yeah, I mean, that still happens even if you don't have the loop ability. It just keeps happening. Is this a sequel to Loop 7? What's the deal with the 8?
The 8, so August, the 8th month.
Oh, I see.
So Loop8, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. All right. Oh, wait, platform release date?
So that'll be out on Nintendo Switch, Steam, and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Okay. Release date?
Oh, release date is June 6th this year.
Okay. Okay, cool. Did we miss something? Yes.
Akiba's Trip Undead and Undressed Director's Cut. So Akiba's Trip Undead and Undressed has been around for a long time. It's a classic like otaku style, living life in Akihabara kind of title. It's an action RPG, but for the first time coming to Nintendo Switch as a director's cut with a new route for one of the characters for the first time. So that'll be all-inclusive and a physical version for the Nintendo Switch, but the additional route featuring Kati, the Finnish maid, will also be available on the PlayStation 4 and PC versions as DLC.
So you're getting my questions before I asked them, but you didn't mention the release date.
Currently TBD summer this year.
Okay.
We also have Melon Journey, which is on the other side of Akiba's Trip here. So Melon Journey Bittersweet Memories, that's actually out super soon, April 6th, on everything. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. So that'll no excuses to not get that title. But that's a real retro throwback, a Game Boy inspired narrative adventure where you play as a character trying to find their missing friend and uncover all the dark mysteries of this town where melons are banned.
Wow, that's quite a political decree. Can you?
It is.
Can you fill in the backstory there?
There's a lot of political intrigue. I mean, filling in the backstory would be kind of robbing the player of getting to experience that because you kind of discover all of this for the first time yourself. But yeah, in the town that your friend disappeared to, melons are outlawed, and you come from a town where melons are not outlawed. In fact, you work at a melon factory. So it's really trying to get to the heart of the mystery and all the intrigue. It sounds and looks like a very charming, innocent title, but there's a little darkness hidden under there.
Yeah, the melons.
Yeah.
The melons were canceled for a reason, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, well, we always love that you guys have so much going on all the time, but when you're not in the booth, where are you going to be at PAX? Where's the place you gravitate towards?
The place I gravitate towards, generally, my bed.
Okay.
It's
Workaholic.
No, we love these shows, but it is a long time to be up on the feet. I haven't gotten to see much else of the show yet myself, but I'll be interested to see what's happening and the indie sections and see if there's any cool titles that maybe we can help out in the future.
Okay, but for now you're chained here. There's no extra fun for you. No parties, no board games.
No, this is the fun.
That's a good answer. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for waiting, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll be singing it till my dying breath, my
Voice Pixel.